All right, guys, here we go. This is James Wilson, I Got a Song, that is done by Harvest Music. They actually kind of did a remix on the end, and I loved it so much I wanted to cover this song. I know probably a lot of you have either heard this song or you've done it in your church, and I want you to hear this version, so let's go.
Well, good morning, World Harvest Church, and those watching online. We want to invite you this morning to move everything out of the way.
So we have the classic intro here. I am not sure if they are doing that live or they are playing with the stem. If you are not playing with the stem, then that is like a sitar sound, I believe. I think they do have a stem for this on Loop Community, if I'm not mistaken, which is the stem program that I love to use. Okay, two things. First of all, I love how she talks through the intro instead of just standing there and trying to close your eyes, disappear, look pretty, all of that. She's actually welcoming people into church, which is great. Another thing, notice the transition from the intro to verse 1. So there is a little jingle that they do for the intro, and then for verse 1 they bring it down. Okay.
Jesus is mine.
I do love the highlights of organ that you're hearing in the background. I think it's one of the reasons I love Harvest Music, their music so much, is maybe it's just my style. I love the churchiness they bring to it. I love the vibe. They definitely make it their own. You can definitely tell that this is their song. So they're doing a song like the recording, but also making it their own. So to hear the organ is really playing around with higher notes. So if you have a good organist in your church or you want to experiment with that, make sure that your hands are higher on the organ. That does make a difference. You don't really hear a whole lot of piano in this part, and that's okay. Piano is pretty much a support instrument right here, which means they're probably just padding a little bit of movement, but not a lot.
Born of His Spirit, I'm watching Him and I can't stop singing.
Okay, if you know the original version of I Got a Song, you know that this part kind of goes to punches. Dun, 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 da, 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 dun, 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 da, da. But in their version of the song, they're not doing that here. They're just sort of allowing the full band to come in and play, which works as well. Listen to this transition. Okay, so at the end of, what do they call it, like the tag or the pre-chorus, you will hear that sitar sound come in again. They really build it up. When they go to the chorus, I got a song, you hear a crescendo on a cymbal, and the music just sort of, like, how do I say it? Like, they just kind of play the chord and let it ring out, and that's what makes the transition back into the chorus so powerful. Also, they're singing unison and they're blended very well. I can't hear one voice above the other except for the worship leader. Right? Okay, so we have the interlude, which is basically the intro again. Okay, we have the band in on this verse. Again, you can hear that organ. Oh man, that makes me want to go play an organ right now. Also, you can hear the singers, they're singing, there's strength behind their voices, but they're not giving it their guts right here. You don't want your team to give their guts on verse 1 because they'll have nothing left to give. We're only a minute and 46 seconds into a 12-minute video. So if they give their guts now, they're not going to last very long.
Born of his spirit, I'm washed in his blood, and I can't stop singing.
I like how they did this. So, I mean, it sounds good. In fact, I've listened to this video once already, and I didn't even notice it until I'm actually trying to explain it to you guys. But they don't do the punches that James Wilson does. But it doesn't sound bad. I like the variation. I like how they're jamming out. I like how you can hear the bass really popping the strings. I'm not a bass player. I don't know if that's the exact terminology. Maybe Travis Dykes can help me out. But the bass player, you can really hear him on this part, and it sounds good.
This freedom song, I'm praising my Savior all the day, all the day. I got a song that I'm singing loud. Praises pouring out, praises pouring out.
Okay, they kind of kept it on the same level to go into this chorus. I'm actually actively looking for a computer with a stem. I don't see one yet. Okay, let's talk about what we don't hear. We don't hear guitar, we don't hear bass, we just hear drums, we hear the sitar, or the second keyboard is what I would call it, and a little bit of organ because that's just what Harvest Music does, but you don't even hear a piano right here. And that's, you have to know when to play and when not to play in order to really reach a level in your music ability where you can really use your gifts in a way that's impactful. If you're always playing, it's like someone who's always talking. If they're always talking, like, sorry, if they're always talking, like, after a while, you just kind of tune them out, right?
Has he healed you? Has he saved you? Delivered you? Say yes, yes. King of kings.
So we're into the first part of the bridge. Again, it's the same instruments that are playing. The full band is not in yet.
Is he Lord of Lords? Is he everything? Say yes, yes. Praise the Lord, all ye people. Praise the Lord. Say yes, yes. Lift up your heart.
Okay, I do like how the worship leader is making this her own. It's good to copy what the original artists do. Sorry, my allergies are like, they just hit me again. My throat is burning. It's okay to copy what the original artists do, but here she's doing all the solos on her own, and she's making them her own. She's not trying to copy what the original artists are doing. She's doing what works for her voice.
All ye devils, say yes, yes. Say yes.
Oh, okay. I like that. So normally the way the bridge on this song is laid out, the first time through, it's only second keys and drums. Second time through, I think they go parts. I don't remember. They kind of come in and punch da 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 da. But Harvest Music doesn't. They're just playing. Here on the third time around, they're actually driving, which I love a good drive. I think it sounds great. Hear it. Okay, the music cut and the vocals kept singing. That's strong. Sounds good. I do hear a little bit of second keys, but the second key sounds like it's playing a little lower, kind of blending into the music. she's given that chorus sign. So, I mean, the chances are they are playing with some sort of track that's keeping them on bass. Or that's keeping them on bass. I mean, like keeping them within the tempo of the song. You don't hear a drum loop playing, but I can almost guarantee you in their ears they have some sort of click track. Otherwise, you could easily speed up a song like this, and by this time you could be, I got a song and I sing it out, praises pouring out. You don't want to do that because it ruins the song, because your singers can't keep up and they can't even breathe when they're singing a song that fast. You hear that organ, and I heard it earlier, there's some kind of like second synth sound. I'm not sure who's playing it, but they're playing it up high, and that's a secret to growing a song. Movement, volume, and also playing up higher on your instrument will allow you to be heard more. Okay, so they faked the intro. They started to do the intro of James Wilson, and you hear some sort of like a. I wish I was fancy enough to know exactly what that's called. I don't. It's some sort of synth sound, and it sounds really cool, but it also kind of keeps you engaged to the point where it's like subconsciously, like my mind wasn't sure if the song was ending, and it didn't. So they actually go into a tag or a bridge of a song. I love that they added this. I think it's the perfect combination to I Got a Song. I think it really adds something. So they change when they go into my shout is a weapon. The instruments da da da. It's more like a kind of like a, I don't know, a slow drive, but they change the feel right here of the song. Drums kind of go halftime. Okay, so we're going back to the beginning of the bridge. The musicians they're jamming out. They're not giving their 100% right here because there's probably somewhere else they're going to go. Get ready for it. Here we go. This transition right here. That's what I was looking for. I knew it. I was like, I know Harvest music. I know their DNA. Like I said, I listened to the song before. I didn't listen through it in its entirety. I kind of skipped through it. But here, my shout is a weapon. You could even start these musical punches the very first time you go into my shout. My shout, my shout. And notice how the singers are holding it out. My shout! They're holding it out without vibrato, but they're holding it out. I really like the punches when they sing, my shout is a weapon. I like the punches there. You know, from here you can take it to church. You can use any of the shout runs you've learned. The you could use that here. Or any other shout runs that you've learned. You could mix those into this. I don't remember if they do this or not, but I would like to almost see them turn this in on the drums to a shout beat, like a dun, 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 dun. And if you want the easy chords to that, they're just playing a 1 chord, but in the right hand it's 2 minor, 1. And usually, sorry, like I said, my allergies, whew, they won't go away. Usually on a gospel style song, your 1 is minor as well. My song is a weapon. Okay, they changed it right there too. So the bass is 3, 4, 4 sharp 5 is what they're doing on this part. So they've changed it up even. You hear that turnaround chord the keyboard did? 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. It sounded like a say you're, I don't know what key this is in, but it's a 5/7 sharp 5 sharp 9. So if you were in C, that would be a G7 sharp 5 sharp 9. That's what it sounds like. Come on, drummer. And from there, you could just go to town and you could literally turn it into a shout beat. Like I said, do your different runs. I love how they've mixed this up. If you want to see the entire song, because we have like 4 minutes left, go to Harvest Music, search I Got a Song, and watch this video. I think it's incredible. I like to take songs and that we've done for a while and either add them to medleys or add some sort of mix on the end of it. So if you've sang this song in your church for about a year, this is a great opportunity to do this version. I don't like to do versions like this the first time I'm doing a song. I would do the original version, and then kind of get your congregation used to that, because then you can add a tag onto a song and have sort of like a new song without learning new songs all the time, because you can only learn so many new songs, right? A month. So try this out. Let me know how it went over, what you guys did. I'd love to hear back from you in the comments below. Thanks for watching today. If nobody's told you yet today, I believe in you. You have what it takes to be an incredible musician. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, and also you can follow Tune Bucket Piano Lessons on Facebook and Instagram. Bye, everybody.